Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I trust you're having a fantastic evening and you really enjoyed the racing that took place out at Kenilworth. Doughboy tipped a cracking card. He tipped 8 out of 8 winners in all 4 selections. His win bet Strawberry Light won at 22 to 10 and he tipped both jackpots for 256 Rand perms. The jackpot 1 returned 1684 and the jackpot 2 2782. So that's fantastic tipping from Dalboy. Hopefully it can continue with the postman. Um, the postman puts a lot of time and effort into his cards, and hopefully he can deliver. So I'm going to hand you over to the postman, and he's going to be tipping you out from Gauteng. So here's the postman.
Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, no matter where in the world you guys are, and a big warm welcome to the Top Tipper family. Before we get into the selections, guys, those that celebrate Christmas, it's the last time I'll speak to you before that. I hope you guys have a really, really blessed day. I hope all the dreams come true, and let's hope Father Christmas delivers on time. Guys, racing comes to us on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December. We're from Turffontein, and we are on the stand-side track. There are 9 races carded. Tricky card, guys. Just be careful. Tricky card. As I said, there are 9 races carded. The first race is due off quite early. The first is due off at 11:35. Does not take part in any of the exotics. It's a maiden plate over 2,400 meters. Important, guys, there are 2 scratchings. Horse number 1, Big 5, is out, and most importantly, horse 3, Greenback Currency, is out. Leaves us with a field of 8, and we go through this, and my strong first selection here will be Twat Twat Quat. This is Randall Simons for Mike de Kock. This one did let the side down last time out, but with the breeding, with the way it runs, would indicate to us that this is looking for the extra. If Twatwa Cut sees out to 2,400 meters, definitely the horse to beat. For second, guys, we have gone for horse number 4. This is Main Mission, Ray Danielson for Roy Magna. This had one decent effort over 2,000 meters, was running on last time out over 1,800 under the hands of Ray, was running on as well, and again would indicate to us that this one should be finishing when others have tried enough. For third, we've gone for the horse 7. This is Time to Meditate. Malasela Kajedi gets a ride here for the Waiho Mowing Yard. We go and we look. For me, this is the dark horse of the race, guys. Currently round about 20 to 1. If this one looks well going down, I'm going to throw this one into all our swingers. As I said, 20 to 1, one can't get burnt. A small place bet here. And as I said, throwing this one into all the swingers. For fourth, we've gone for the 5. This is Nuclear Force, Gavin Arena for the Verdonese Yard. Again, it was an improved effort last time out under the hands of Gavin, finishing 7 lengths behind Gregor McGregor, and again can certainly fill in one of the minor spots. But as I said, horse 2 does look the right selection here. So here we've gone 2, 4, 7, 5, and again, guys, just beware of the scratchings. We'll move on to the second race on the card. This is off at 12:10. This is a Pinnacle Stakes for the girls. Guys, for smaller punters, maybe take a chance and bank in the bipot. I certainly fancy a bit of a roughie here to run a drum. My first selection will be horse number 1, Sweet Pepper. This is Calvin Habib for the Tarry Yard. Last time out, put a line through that, was slow on that occasion, was bulked from the 300-meter mark to just after the 100-meter mark. Finished just over 4 3/4 lengths behind a Lulu Star. I certainly think it will reverse the form on a Lulu Star. Is a third run after rest. Everything is in this one's favour. drawn on the outside, and I think 3-1, guys, is a decent bet, and is my first selection. My second selection here is a nice roughie here. This is the 5, Kalis Champ, Nathan Klink for Fani Broncos. Last night, I think we're blatantly too far, put a line through that one. I mean, looking at 3 runs back, finished third to Moonshining Through, is better off at the weights on that run. Finished third to Gobsmacked, nothing wrong with that run. And on both occasions, it's been running on. We go back under the hands of Nathan on the 3rd of the 7th. Did beat Gallic Princess, ran on really, really well over this course and distance. And I really, really think that 16-1, I'm certainly going to take a couple exactors and throw the 5 in here. In our buy pot, I'm certainly going to throw in the 1 and the 5. For third, I have gone for the 6, Moonshining Through, Chase Marjan for the Johan Janssen van Vuren yard. Nice effort last time out, finishing 3 3/4 lengths behind Vars Vicky in a grade 3. Again, certainly should be there and thereabouts. For fourth, we have gone for the 2. This is Bon Vivant. Keegan DeMiller for the Johan Janssen van Vuren yard. I see they're throwing blinkers back on this one. Is reverting back to the sprint distance. We go back and we look at the sprints from the 28th of the 7th, the 3rd of the 9th, the 22nd of the 9th with blinkers on, 1st and 2 seconds. So again, guys, if you're taking trifectas and quartets, don't leave this one out. I think this is currently top of the boards, to be honest with you, around about 5-2. So certainly should be there when the whips are cracking. So in the second race, I've gone 1, 5, 6, and 2, and the 1 looks the right one, and I'm taking the 5 as a nice roughie, throwing this one in. We'll move on to the third race on the card, first leg of the place accumulator, due off at 12:45. Another Met rated 85 handicap for the girls, again over the sprint distance of 1160 meters. For me, not the easiest race on the card. And my narrow first selection here is horse 5, Silver Winter, Gavin Arena for Stephen Moffat. Gavin has had 2 rides on this one and 1 on both occasions. Beat Miss Soho by a length, and last time out beat Love Bite by over 2 lengths. Was running away from Love Bite last time out, and I do not see Love Bite reversing the form. And I think carrying 56.5, definitely in with a big shot. For second, I have gone for the 4, Aga Heat, Ray Danielson for Gavin van Zyl. This one really, really well last time out under the hands of Ray, drew clear with ease, and again, must be an inclusion in all exotics. For third, gone for a nice roughie, horse number 10, Permiso Avante. Keegan DeMello gets a ride here for the Van Vuren yard, carrying only 52.5 kilos. And I certainly think, again, this one will be there when the whips are cracking. 14-1, guys, watch this one go down. Take a couple of place bets. I don't think you can get too burnt there. For fourth, I've gone for the 7. This is Love Bite. Again, Nathan Klink for the Broncos yard. Has got some decent form. Runs well for Nathan. And again, certainly there and thereabouts. If you're taking quartets, trifectas, maybe throw in the 6 as well. Samanga Kamala for Joey Somo. This is currently the top of board, so I think this is around about 2-1. Has been punted in. Has had 3 good runs. If I'm looking for a negative, coming back from a 20-week layoff, I certainly think this has bigger fish to fry. But if you're taking trifectas and quartets, don't leave the 6 out, throw into larger perms. So we've gone 5, 4, 10, 7, and larger perms we are going to include the 6. Fourth race of the card, this is the first leg of our pick 6. This is due off at 13:20, another Pinnacle Stakes over 1800 meters. And in this event, guys, my first value bet, horse number 7. This is Perfect Witness, Muzieni for Candice Dawson. I look at this horse. I see they pulled the blinkers off. We go back and look. 3 lengths to Rain in Holland when Rain in Holland was winning everything. One length to Rain in Holland. Less than half a length to Porto Manzano. This one's only carrying 50.5, and again, with the strong urgings of Muzi, I really think 5-1 is a nice each-way bet, and I think that is great value. For second, I have gone for the obvious choice here. This is the 2 Red Saxon. Third run after rest, Samanga Kamala for Joey Somo. Ran really well last time out, finishing 6 lengths behind Porto Manzano. Was drawn in the bush, so that was a very decent effort, and again, must be included in your exotics. In our pick 6, we're only going to put the 2 horses. That would be the 2 and the 7. For third, gone for a bit of a roughie here. This is Imperial Ruby. I'm looking for an improved effort from this one. Marco van Rensburg for the Spiciard. I don't think that the 1800 will get to this one. I think this will jump. I think this will set the pace, and we know what Marco can do when he's in front, and I certainly think that this, again, decent horse to include in swingers and exactors. For fourth, we've gone for the 3 second base, Keegan de Mello for the Johan Janssen van Vuren yard. I've given this one so many chances. I'm certainly not going to have a touch on the nose. Watch this one coming home lonely. But again, enough is enough. Pick 6s, I'm taking a chance. I'm leaving this one out. But if you're taking trifectas and quartets, must be an inclusion. So race 4, we've gone 7, 2, 5, and 3. And as I said, I do think the 7 is decent value at 5-1. The 5th race in the card, due off at 13.55. And this is a merit rate at 89 handicap for 3-year-olds over 1,800 meters. And we go through here, and my first selection is horse number 2, Pragmatist. King de Melle for Johan Janssen van Vuren. This one won really well last time out. I think it's joint favored with the 1, and I really think that this one will go very close. Must be included in all exotics. For second, gone for nice Raffia. This is the 5, Vesuvio. Ryan Munger for Tyrone Zaki. We know how well Ryan's riding for the stable. I do think that this one is a decent outsider, and again, maybe worth a small each-way bet, but definite places. Throw this one in swingers as well. For third, we've gone for the 1, Bonette. This is Randall Simons for the De Kock yard. Last time out, let the side down, but did have a valuable excuse. The saddle did slip on that occasion, and again, should be there and thereabouts. I think pick 6s, throw in 1, 2, and 5. Hope like how the 5 arrives. Should be one of very few to go through, but the 1 must be included. For fourth, I've thrown in the horse 8, Midnight Crystal. This is Sianda Sasibo for the Tarry yard. This one is carrying only 49 kilos. I know it won a maiden last time out, but with 49, certainly good enough to run back in of trifectas and quartets. So race 5, guys, we've gone 2, 5, 1, and 8. We'll move on to the 6th race on the card, due off at 14:30. This is a Secretariat Stakes over 1,400 meters. I think this is the hardest race on the card. My narrow first selection here will be horse 8, and this is Fostinov, again Keegan de Mello for Johan Janssen van Vuren. This one has 1-2 on the trot. I do think that is capable of getting his hat-trick. Must be included in all exotics. For second, I've gone for the 7. This is Tamarisk Tree, Muzieni for Robbie Sage. We know how well Muzi does ride for this stable. Last time out, finished 4th behind Good Counsel. I think the 1,800 meters was a touch too far at this stage in time. Reverting back to the 1,400 must be included in all exotics. For third, I've gone for 2. This is Jimmy Don, Gav Larina for the Verdunese yard. Gavin did ride this one when it won its maiden over 1,200 meters. Won the common canter by around about 6 lengths. Did win last time out, beating Puffers by a short head, and again should be included in all exotics. For fourth, we've gone for the 6-star coin, JP van der Merwe for Alec Laird. This won a decent race last time out, going away, and again should be included. For the pick sixes, guys, and if you're taking jackpots, I would even throw the 4, Aravidicio. This is Randall Simons for the De Kock yard. I'm putting a line through that one. I think it was outclassed last time out. But the time before that did beat Kalahari Blue, and that was a decent effort. We go and look again, race 6, tough race, 8, 7, 2, 6, and 4. For pick sixes jackpots, throw all 5 in and take a smaller percentage. Race 7, due off at 15.05, a 1,000-meter grade 3 sprint, the Libero Sprint. My first selection here will be horse number 9, Constable. Nice roughie around about 14-1. Chase Mojan gets a ride here for the Terry yard. Has got some decent form. And I certainly think that 14-1 is a big price for this horse. I don't think it's a 14-1 shot. I really don't. For second, I've gone for the 7. This is Takenaut. Muzieni for Roy Magna. And this won a very decent race last time out, beating Karangatang by a neck. And again, must be included in all exotics. For third, we've gone for the 6, Miss Daisy. Ryan Munger gets the amount here for Billy Raters. This reverting back to the sprints. And I think, again, Miss Daisy always gives a good account of itself. Should not be left out any permutation. For fourth, I've thrown in horse 3. This Winter Story is Brian Yawa for Fabian Habib. Brian rode this one last night, finishing 4th behind Big Burn. That was a decent effort, even though went off at long odds. But again, larger perms, throw this one in jackpots. I'm putting all 4 horses in, as well as the pick 6. We've got 9, 7, 6, and 3. The 8th race on the card, guys. This goes off at 15.40, a middle stakes over 1,000 meters. And here we find the second of my value bets. And this is horse number 8, Flower Bomb. Marker van Rensbeck for Cornet Spiss. 3-1, I think is tremendous value here, guys. Last time out, finished second to Chayavana. I really think that this one will be a hard horse to beat, especially carrying 54.5. I think this one is drawn on the right side of the track. And as I said, a decent value bet at 3-1. For second, I have gone for the 1, Mocanto. Siana Sasibo claiming these 4 kilos for Stewie Pettigrew. They've pulled the blinkers off this one. We go and look. This has got some really good form. Don't leave this one out. Any exotic. For third, we've gone for the 7, Set to Go, Muzieni for Canis Dawson. I certainly think that this, again, is good enough to fill in one of the minor spots. If you're taking pick sixes, larger perms, throw this one in. Smaller punters, maybe 1 and 8 will be sufficient, but larger punters, throw the 7 in as well. At 8-1 of this one arrives, make it pay. And for fourth, we've gone for the 9. This is Boisterous. Last time out, we thought this would run well, finished 3rd on that occasion, and I certainly think that, again, this one will fill in one of the minor spots. So race 8, we've got 8, 1, 7, 9, and we do think that 8 is decent value at 3-1. Move on to the lucky last, guys. You're off at 16.15, merit rated 72 handicap for the girls. Again, over 1,160 meters. And in this event, my first selection is a 2, Second Breath. Gabriel Peters for Robin Klaassen. Gabriel has ridden this one on 2 occasions, for last time out winning, and the time before that second behind Dancing Dora. I think it's drawn on the right side of the track, and again, I think will give a good account of itself. No good thing, but certainly should be included in all exotics. For second, I have thrown in the obvious choice. This is horse number 1 in the beginning. Julius Mariba gets a ride here for the Soma yard. This surprised last time out, winning at 33-1. Did run on really well. Could be anything, and is drawn on the right side of the track. For third, gone for horse 12, Scott Edito, marker from Rensburg for the Spiciard. Last time out, this did finish third at long odds, around about 14, 16 to 1. I think, again, worth including in trifectas and swingers. And Scott Edito normally runs one good one bad one, but let's hope like hell this one can fit in one of the minor spots for us. At 14, 16 to 1, we can have a couple places on that. For fourth, we've gone for the 9. This is Quasi's Lady, Randall Simons for Alec Laird. They've thrown blinkers on this one, and again, I am certainly looking for an improved effort. I do not believe this is a 25 to 1 shot. I don't think it will go off at 25 to 1. I'm sure there'll be some money for this. And again, guys, if you're taking swingers, throw this one in. If you're taking quartets, 2, 1, 12, and 9, box around those 4 horses, and you certainly should go very, very close. Please take note, guys, though, in the 9th race, horse 14, Fed the Nest, has been scratched. Guys, as I said, it's not the easiest card in the world. There are some tough events. First race, box around the 2, take doubles with that. I do quite fancy the value bets. Use them to structure doubles and all-to-comes and all-to-come places. Just be careful. We don't want to throw money away on Christmas Eve. Take it easy. Look after yourself, guys. Watch for jockey changes. Watch for scratchings. Watch for betting moves on first-timers. And as I said, look after yourselves. Take care. Have a great, great Christmas. And we'll chat to you later in the month. Cheers for now.
Thanks for that, the postman. Hopefully you can tip us some nice winners out at Turffontein. We really appreciate your input, and we really appreciate all the time and effort you put into your horses. I know you love the game, so do we, and us as a team at Top Tipper would like to extend a hearty Christmas and festive season to all our subscribers and our loyal subscribers. Hopefully you stick with us to make nice, tidy profit, and we can have some great success in the new year as well. So all in all, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.